everybody. Welcome to the next edition of My Two Cents with Bryan Tweed. I'm Bryan, and I am our Chief Operating Officer for North America at IMS Group. And for this session, I'm thrilled to invite two of my operational superstars, in Craig Schmidt and Prashant Banerjee, who have been a part of the IMS organization for many years. And we want to discuss what is a growing and emerging industry within our customer base, which is the light industrial staffing industry. And while it's been a little stagnant over the last 18 months or so, we're starting to see the clouds part within the industry. In fact, the Bullhorn Staffing Indicator had the largest growth in commercial staffing in 3.7% and previously in July. And so with the expectation of hopeful growth and the emerging markets in light industrial, particularly into 25 growing, wanted to have a conversation with Craig and Prashant around what we do for our light industrial staffing clients, some of those best practices, and you can learn how our services may be able to help you as your light industrial staffing firm continues to grow. So with that, Craig and Prashant, welcome to My Two Cents.
Thank you, Bryan.
Thank you, Bryan.
So Craig, I want to start off with you. What are some of the common challenges that your customers in the light industrial space face each and every day?
So absolutely, based on my experience, there are a few major challenges within light industrial sectors which we have faced. Is low pay range from client end definitely impact the candidate attraction. The other major challenge which we have faced is finding these candidates on a regular job board, because these candidates are not available on conventional job boards. We need to go out to the market and find the candidates. Apart from that, finding talent is not just the challenge which we face in light industrial, but after that, attrition is one of the biggest challenge which we face in light industrial. Due to the work environment, repetitive physical demand which light industrial clients demand. So that is the reason we face a lot of hurdles. Once you cross this, then there is a background check, which is one of the major hurdles which we have seen in light industrial, where it takes longer time, and due to the nature of these candidates, it gets difficult for them to stay longer and commit to a job to get it started. So these are a few of the challenges which we have faced while doing the light industrial sector recruitment.
Well, absolutely, Craig, and thank you for the overview. It's not easy, right? We certainly recognize that, but fortunately, IMS is here to help. And so what are some of the services and the solutions that we provide to light industrial staffing firms to help kind of bridge that talent gap, as well as some of the attrition and some of those factors you mentioned?
So the solution for these challenges are pretty simple in terms of getting the candidates. So we ensure that the recruiters are not only dependent on the conventional job boards. They go onto the social media, join community events, and do the partnership with them to get the inflow of candidates. Apart from that, discussing these candidates about their future opportunities that helps them to retain for a longer time with us. Competition is one of the challenge which we have faced in terms of the brand. So what we do is we create such a background of the employer, which makes them excited to join the company. And last, certainly attrition. For attrition, we always offer career opportunities to them and ensure that whatever brand we have created, we offer good incentives and bonuses to those candidates, which helps them to stay with the company for a longer time.
Well, absolutely. I think, it's a continuous candidate-driven market. And I think anything that staffing firms can do to incentivize, appreciate, even gamificate, with their end customers is a great way to retain, the talent across the board. So thank you for sharing. Prashant, I now look to you and your perspective. I know that you have several large customers in the light industrial space, and your teams are doing wonderful things to produce some great results. But one of the challenges I know that and concerns that staffing firms have is, how does outsourcing work, and is this something that could work with our business, particularly since a lot of healthcare or light industrial staffing firms are so centric to their local markets. So What are some best practices, Prashant, that your teams have utilized in support of the light industrial space?
So the most important thing is, we understand the job requirements and the market conditions. So if we understand the job, description in detail, and we understand, what kind of, area we are searching, and we understand the market condition, we can create the talent pool. So we can, understand the requirements, and we can streamline our requirement, processes, recruitment processes. We can do effective screenings, and definitely we can, implement different processes within our system. It can be robust screening system or a compliance system. But eventually, we need to build a strong relationship with the client, and accordingly, I think, we can get the better results.
Well, and I think, too, is our ability to source and screen from a 24/7 standpoint, right? And that, kind of the door is always open in a way, within our services, I know is a great benefit to many of our clients that are working multiple shifts and have continuous needs ongoing. So thank you, Prashant, for that overview. And lastly, I wanted to see if you had any particular case study or breakthrough that you wanted to share that you've recently achieved with one of your most significant clients.
So I have one client, who is, a major player in US market. It's a big company, and we actually provided different services to this customer. So, if I talk about the case study, we are right now providing two different services to this customer. One is voice, one is non-voice service. And in voice service, we are providing two services, which is, pre-screening and full life cycle of recruitment. In pre-screening, we are, providing a requirement gathering service where we are getting all the requirements. Then we are creating the search string. We are, sourcing the candidates. So we are creating the talent pool over there. And then we are screening the candidate, and we are taking up, a pay rate range from these candidates. So we are actually, serving in this particular model. However, in the full life cycle of recruitment, we are, doing all these activities. And apart from that, we are taking the pay rate confirmation. We are submitting the candidates to account manager. And then if, that candidate is getting approved, then we are submitting it to, end client, or we are submitting it to a VMS. So that's what, we are doing in voice services. Apart from this, we are also serving in non-voice side, where we are supporting this client with different services. One is VMS support, one is admin support, one is compliance and audit, and other is onboarding. So if I talk about the VMS support, we are submitting candidates in VMS, as I spoke with you. We are doing recruitment. Then also, we are submitting candidates in VMS. It can be IQ Navigator, Field Glass, anything. And then we are accepting the work orders. We are updating the timesheets. We are creating the pipeline or workforce. We are doing that creation as well in the VMS, and we are updating the cost centers accordingly. Apart from that, in the admin support, we are doing data entry. We are creating different ER matches. We are working on external IDs. We are, if there is a particular start, so we are sending the start notification to our on-site team. If there is any rate revision, we are doing that. Report generation or PIN generation. So we are actually, completing that particular activity. In compliance and audit, we are serving in I-9 verification, which is most important part. Apart from that, we are also, involved in drug test screening. So we are reviewing all those, documents and everything. And if there is any background check, so we are reviewing those documents as well. Apart from that, if there is any onboarding, so we are supporting onboarding process as well, where we are, doing paperwork initiation. We are, also checking the certifications and everything. We are uploading those paperworks, in the system, and all these background initiation, including, drug test initiation, we are completing those activities. So we are actually, if you talk about, all this 360-degree, life cycle of recruitment, we are covering with this particular client.
Well, so that's everything really would be the answer in terms of service, but great to hear that we're having success. What are some of the tangible down funnel outcomes from our recruiting support that we're providing to that client?
So right now, our average, per recruiter starts are really high. And if I talk about, this, LID client, so we are hitting close to 12 to 13 start per recruiter every month. Right now, we are supporting this client with 13 recruiters in LID side and 2 recruiters in professional side. Apart from that, there are close to 45 odd resources. They are supporting different non-voice services. So that's how we are serving this client.
Well, great to hear. I mean, 12 to 13 hires per recruiter is an exceptional rate. So kudos to you and the team. So thank you, Craig and Prashant, so much for your insight. This has been a great discussion. If you all want to learn more about IMS and how we could support your light industrial staffing firm, you can reach out to us at info@imspeople.com. And we'll be heading out and sponsoring the ASA Staffing World Conference in October. I'll happen to be doing a 15-minute Knowledge Hub discussion around the best practices of integrating outsourcing into your staffing work stream. And really excited to meet all of you in the fall. So with that, thanks again to Craig and Prashant for your time, and we'll see you out in the market. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Bryan.
Thank you so much, Brad.